This morning, the exhortation is in the form of two questions. First, what is your attitude toward prayer? That sounds like asking a child, do you love Jesus? We know what the right answer is. We know it's good, right, beneficial, and so on. But how much do you consciously rely on prayer? This week I came across a quote by a former seminary professor. This is not a quote I endorse, just I want to say this up front. Quote, "Where our fathers went into their closets to pray, we get into our laboratories to experiment and into our factories to create. When the drought came, they prayed for rain. We replant the denuded mountain landscapes, and then the rain comes. When pestilence threatened, they cried to God for healing. We diagnose the cause of the disease and apply the appropriate remedy. Thus slowly but surely, man's control over nature is increasing, and his need for prayer, in the older sense of that term, has grown correspondingly less." End quote. Whether we acknowledge it or not, that is the default belief of modern men, even many Christians. So, what is your attitude toward prayer? Second, what is your practice of prayer? No matter what we say our attitude is, our practice reveals what's in our heart. We're really good at perfecting the right answer to these questions. We want to have all the bases covered. Our fathers wrote systematic theologies thicker than some of our arms. So we want to know what the right answers are. But do you give yourself to this each day? Do you see yourself as standing in the gap for your family, your neighbors, and your city? Prayer is less a casual activity and closer to a runner crossing enemy lines, sometimes engaging the enemy to send a message to a ruler, all for the purpose of accomplishing divine actions in the world. This is both a calling and a discipline of God's people. Don't respond to this exhortation by saying, see, this is reason number 47 why I'm just a sorry individual. That's not the right response. That is the devil's response. He wants you to say, see, you don't do this, you might as well quit now. No. Your lines of communication with God are always open. So whatever may be hindering them, confess it and walk in faith. Can you give 5 minutes a day for the life of yourself, your family, your church, and your land? Give yourself to the advancement of God's kingdom. Give yourself to daily prayer.